Hi there, welcome back to DIY Beauty on Purpose. My name is Leah and I'm so excited that you are here today.
So quick and so easy. These DIYs you are going to love. Let's get started. For this DIY, we are going to take this Dollar General little planter. I am going to drill some holes on the sides because this is going to be like a little lantern, like a little hanging light. So I want some of the light to shine through the holes. So I'm just going to drill a few holes, but I'm going to keep them on a pattern where each side match each other. And then I lightly sanded it to smooth out the holes as well as scuff up just a little bit the finish on the planter because it had a little bit of a gloss. I just want to make sure it's a little bit scuffed up. So then once it was nicely scuffed up and ready, I am going to drill a hole on the top. And this is so we can put a little eye hook. Now the little eye hook is a little too long, so I'm going to cut about half of it. And then I ended up cutting even more because I didn't want it to stick out too much on the inside because we still have to put a light in there. And you'll see that here in a minute. Then I took it outside and spray painted it with Rust-Oleum spray paint. This is in a glossy white. And yeah, just a couple of coats on each side as well as the inside. This light is from the Dollar Tree. It's $1 and it requires 3 AAA batteries. So we put those in there and we are going to attach them here in just a minute. I decided to distress the little lamp here just a little bit. Although it's not necessary, it's just I prefer to distress it because I feel like it makes details pop. However, if you are going to recreate something like this, you don't have to do this. You can certainly skip this space or this step. I am using a makeup sponge as well as Waverly chalk pen in the ink. I then took one of these hanging chains. This is for like a planter or like a basket for the summer. I'm going to take one of the chain links out and then I am going to just hook it right on top. And that's where we're going to hang this from. Now it's time to attach the light. The batteries are in, it's functioning. It does have a little sticky that you can actually like use if you're going to use these like underneath your cabinet. But today we're using it inside here. So we're going to put a whole bunch of glue and just stick it right in and make sure that I do not flip it over until that hot glue is fully dry because you don't want it to come off. So I think it's going to look so cute. Now it's time to add some greenery and some florals to the top of it. It just felt like it needed a little something to just make it very pretty. These are just some, they look like lamb's ear, but I'm not sure what they are. I actually have had them for such a long time. I'm just going to hot glue them to the top, just kind of hanging to the sides, as well as this little pink flower that came with some peonies. This little boxwood that I've had laying around. I just kept adding whatever I had and whatever I felt looked pretty. And then I'm going to add a whole bunch of glue and add a peony here right on top, and this will finish it up. And I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. It hangs so easily. It's so easy to light on and off, and I think it turned out beautiful.
The blackbird inside your chest that calls on you to cry. You decided it was time for him to fly out of the darkness and into the light, higher and higher.
If you enjoy DIY home decor, make sure you subscribe to our channel. I post every single week, so make sure you hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss any of the content.
Outside, and I am going to be spray painting this bicycle wheel wreath form from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to place it right here next to the other project, and I'm going to start spray painting it with the same spray paint as Rust-Oleum. It's like a craft and hobby one that I found at Walmart, and this one's actually a gloss. I usually use matte, but for today's project I'm going to use gloss. So I'm going to slightly spray it. I actually don't want full coverage on this one, so I'm kind of just going to lightly spray it because I do want to still see a lot of the black poking through. Actually, I think that's enough. So you see how you still see a lot of the black? That's just where I'm going to leave it. And then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Once it was dry, I brought it inside, and now it's time to add some greenery. These are some greeneries that I got at the Dollar General. I want to say it was last year or the year before. I've had them for a while. I kind of tore apart all the little branches off of the pick, and I'm just going to separate them into 2 bundles, as well as this little grassy one, because we want to create like a little wreath, like a hanging wreath, but I want the greenery and the flowers to be on the bottom of the bicycle wheel wreath form. So we're just going to kind of bunch them up there together. And I'm going to show you a little trick here. If you take some Dollar Tree jute twine or any jute twine, you make a little loop on the end. Then what you can do is you can tighten this to, or the florals to the wreath form by simply looping the end of the jute twine through the loop or the little hoop you make. And then you just tighten really tight. And then you just keep tightening all around. Because I used to always have to like make a little knot, and it just became like a hassle. And then I thought, if I make a little loop here, it'll be so much easier to just tighten and then just keep going. So that's what I did. I actually did this twice to tighten some other greenery with this lamb's ear. So I'm going to add the lamb's ear here. There you go. These are from Walmart. You get 2 in a little bundle for 98 cents. And again, I'm just going to wrap it around, tighten it, and secure it with some jute twine. And then I'm going to add some more of those peonies that I really love. I get these on Amazon, and I do have them on my Amazon store as well. I'm going to add a smaller one to the right side and then a larger one to the left side. And then it's time to add a rope to the top so that we can hang the wreath, even though you can hang it straight from the wreath form. I like having the option of hanging it. So I'm just going to loop it here. I honestly don't know what I did here with the knot. You just basically just try to knot it as best as you can so it looks pretty and it's secure and evenly centered on the wreath form. So that's it. I did make an extra knot in the top just to kind of secure it in place, and then cut off the excess rope and made another knot on top so that it can be hung, and that's it for this one. I think it's another beautiful one. If you have this wreath form available at your Dollar Tree for $1, is such a great deal. It's gorgeous. You can spray paint it gold, black, whatever you may want, and you can use any flowers you already have at home. I think it's stunning.
To what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel.
If you are enjoying this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow and helps this video reach more people.
All right, friends, so for this DIY, we are going to start here with this vase that was $1.99 at the Goodwill. And although it had a very nice design on it, I wanted to give it a little something more bright and a little bit more textured. So I'm going to take some of this Dollar Tree caulk, and I am going to literally spread it all over. This is actually very therapeutic and kind of fun. I can also see this being fun to do with kids, but messy. Messy. So as you can see, I'm wearing a glove, but it does come off with water, but it's just easier to wear a glove. And I'm just going to spread it evenly. It doesn't have to be really thick. A thin layer is fine. Once you have it spread out evenly, I just took literally one of those shopping plastic bags, rolled it up into a knot, and then started twisting like in circles. Now you really can't see it here because of the color underneath the vase, so the original color of the vase. But once I start painting it, you're going to start seeing that texture. So I'm just going to start to, again, roll around in a circle all over the place, kind of like staggering them as evenly as possible, and then let it dry. I let it dry overnight, but you really don't have to. It's just the way my schedule was working this day. It will dry in a couple hours, and you can paint over it. So as you can see, nothing very technical, nothing very difficult, just twist around, and you can see there my bag kind of came off. It's fine. It's no big deal. And what's the worst that can happen? If you mess up, you just roll it all over again, spread it around, and start all over. So I'm just going to give it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white, and you can start to see there the beautiful texture and design that it's going to have. And I gotta say, I put this one first because this truly is one of my favorite. There's something about taking a vase or anything else and giving it texture that I really enjoy and really love. And that's why I do it here in my channel often. But look how beautiful that texture is. It almost looks like flowers. I just love it. And again, 2 coats was all that I did. You can always dry brush another color on top. You can do all kinds of things. In this video, I'm going to keep things bright and airy and do a lot of things in white. But you can certainly take the inspiration and do any other color you'd like. But look how beautiful this vase turned out.
I wanna get to your clothes, gotta get it right now. I wanna push all the limits with you right now. So watch your feelings, the city's screaming, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now.
My friends, if you've never visited my Amazon store, make sure you check it out. It is linked down below, and I have all of my Amazon favorites right in there for you to check them out. And also, don't forget to check out my Etsy shop. I add farmhouse style decals for you every single week. Check it out. It is linked down below.
All right, for this next DIY, I am going to start with this wooden box here. And it has some sort of like French script, and it was actually carved in, so it was textured. So I'm going to take some of this wood filler and I am going to start filling it in. And I always like to kind of cake it on, you know, like a lot more than what you really need, because then what originally planned was that I was going to stencil something on top, so I wanted the top to be smooth. I later changed my mind and I'll show you what I did, but I still want to show you this process. Once it's dry, I let it dry overnight as well. However, it will dry in a couple of hours, and then I just sanded it down really smoothly. As I mentioned earlier, I changed my mind, so nonetheless, I wanted to show you how I did that in case you wanted to know. Now I'm going to take some of these painter sticks. These are the larger ones, the 25-gallon ones, and I'm just going to start marking so I can cut and create kind of like a frame for the top of the box. And then I took a crafting paper that I got off of a book that I got at Michael's, and I am going to cut off a piece that fits almost exactly to the box. I did leave about 1/4 of an inch on each side. And then I am going to hot glue it on top and then frame it with the pieces of painter sticks that I cut to size, and I'm going to hot glue as well as brad nail it to the box.
The blackbird inside your chest that calls on you to cry. You decided it was time.
And now it's time to paint the box white. I'm going to use a little piece of paper here just to kind of keep it clean as I am painting the edges there. And I'm going to paint the entire thing white using Rust-Oleum chalk paint and the linen white. And I'm going to give everything 2 coats. I'm going to go very carefully around the lock in the front of the box because I do want to keep it in that golden tone.
Out of the darkness and into the light. Higher and higher.
And that's it for this one. It can't get any easier than this. I love the way this box turned out. So bright, so feminine, chic. I love, love, love it. It was a box, I think some sort of like maybe, I have no idea what came in it. But it was clean. It didn't have any strong smells to it. So it was perfect.
So this is it for today, my friends. You're gonna have to let me know which one is your favorite. It's hard for me to choose because they're just all so fresh, so beautiful, and so easy. But let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. If you are visiting for the first time, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you consider joining our YouTube family. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I'm gonna have a playlist here and a video for you to watch next with tons of more inspiration for you. Check it out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.